He was a scholar who failed the imperial exams, yet became the divine guardian in Emperor Xuanzang of Tang's dreams. With a frightening appearance, he could terrify countless evil spirits. He is a legendary figure in Chinese folklore. Zhong. According to historical texts, Zhong was a man from Jiannum Mountains in the early Tang Dynasty 7th to 8th century China. He had a panther-like head and round eyes, an iron-faced appearance with beard, and a striking yet unusual look. Despite his unconventional appearance, he was exceptionally talented, upright in character, and aspired to bring stability and prosperity to the nation. It is said that Zhong traveled to Chang'an to take the imperial examination. His literary brilliance impressed the examiners. He came out on top in the imperial exams, but because of his frightening appearance, the emperor refused to give him the title he had earned. Zhong protested fiercely but to no avail. In a fit of anger, he rammed a pillar in the imperial hall with his head, choosing death over accepting the unfairness. His shocking suicide stunned the entire court. Emperor Gaozu of Tang, moved by Zhong's righteousness, honored him with a funeral fit for a Zhuang Yuan. After death, Zhong ascended to become a deity, vowing to eradicate all evil spirits and demons in the world. 100 years later, Emperor Xuanzang of Tang suffered from a prolonged illness. He dreamed of a small ghost stealing his jade flute. Suddenly, a man with disheveled hair, a thick beard, and a fierce appearance captured the ghost and devoured it. The man introduced himself as Zhong, vowing to rid the Tang Empire of all evil spirits. Upon waking, Emperor Xuanzang found himself completely healed. He immediately ordered the court painter Wu Daozi to create a portrait of Zhong based on his dream, and hung it in the palace to ward off evil. From then on, it became a tradition for the Tang court to gift officials Zhong's portrait along with the annual calendar at year's end. The custom of displaying Zhong's image to repel ghosts gradually spread among the people. Another folk version is more mythological. Zhong failed the imperial exams due to his ugly appearance, killed himself by crashing into the palace steps. After death, the Jade Emperor, impressed by his talent and recognized his righteousness, then bestowed upon him a divine sword to exterminate demons and evil spirits, appointing him as the chief judge of the underworld, capturing and devouring ghosts and punishing malicious beings. There is also a version highlighting his softer side. Zhong and his fellow townsman Du Ping were journeying to the capital for the imperial examinations, when Zhong accidentally wandered into a demon's lair, which disfigured his face. After Zhong's death, Du Ping buried his remains. Remembering this kindness, Zhong, as a spirit, led a group of minor ghosts to escort his sister to Du Ping's home so she could marry him. After thousands of years of evolution, the image of Zhong has become increasingly rich and varied. During the Song dynasty, his classic portrayal wearing a torn hat, a blue robe, and a fiercely bearded had already taken root in popular imagination. In the Ming dynasty, depictions as Zhong riding a tiger symbolizing his supernatural power. In the Qing dynasty, his status was further elevated. One of his most iconic representations from this period features him in red robes and black headwear, holding a sword and trampling a demon underfoot. During the Spring Festival, Zhong is worshipped as a guardian deity whose image is displayed on doors to protect homes. Around the Dragon Boat Festival, he is revered as a celestial master who eliminates the 5 poisonous creatures and protects against epidemics and evil influences. Among the people, a tradition has formed. Whenever there is a need, pray to Zhong. Why Zhong works as a game. Zhong's abilities to slay ghosts, devour ghosts, and command ghosts, for endless inspiration for the game's combat system. Players can take control of Zhong, wield a shape-changing demon-slaying sword, unleash a variety of supernatural spells, and even harness subdued demons to fight alongside them, delivering an ultimate combat experience. It's not just his demo-slaying sword. Zhong possesses a wide array of magical tools. For example, the bat. Because bats are believed to see ghosts and spirits, they serve as Zhong's assistants and guides. Another example is the fan, which he usually keeps tucked at his waist. In Chinese martial arts, a fan is not just an accessory but also a weapon, capable of both defense and attack. There's also the precious gourd, his primary tool for capturing and imprisoning evil ghosts, preventing them from escaping or causing further harm. Additionally, he wields mystical artifacts such as the underworld saw hook and the spirit-detaining banner. The story is full of tragedy and contradictions. He's not just a hero. He's a vengeful ghost-turned-divine judge. This complexity is perfectly suited to building a world with moral ambiguity and profound plotlines, exploring themes of justice, revenge, and order. The game can seamlessly merge the magnificent aesthetics of the Tang Dynasty with terrifying hellscapes, creating a visual spectacle of Eastern fantasy aesthetics. If there were a crossover with Black Myth Wukong, the two characters at the beginning of the PV might well be Jin Shigui and Ling Lichang, who were slain by Wukong. One was holding a vase, the other had a gourd hanging from his waist. Because they did not descend to the underworld after death, Zhong has come to capture them. This would include all the demons and monsters slain by Wukong throughout his journey. They were so powerful in life that even as ghosts, only Zhong is capable of subduing them. The first Black Myth series, Wukong, is primarily set in the mortal realm, while the second series, Zhong, takes place mainly in the underworld. The third series will likely be set in the celestial realm, with Zhong Ziya as the protagonist and inspired by the investiture of the gods. If you're interested, be sure to subscribe to my channel, as I'll be releasing a dedicated video exploring Zhong Ziya's story.